Good morning, students. Today we will be doing a new chapter, that is chapter 9, measurements. Okay, now why do we need measurements? So, there are various objects such as cloth, ribbon, electric wires that we need to measure in our day-to-day life. Okay, earlier times what happened, there was no fixed length. Like today we have scale or not, measuring sellotape to measure certain objects. Yes or no? But earlier times what happened, there were no fixed length to measure these objects. Suppose when you go to a market to buy ribbon, okay, you ask to the shopkeeper that you need 1 meter ribbon or 2 meter ribbon. Then what does the shopkeeper do? The shopkeeper, he takes a scale and measure the 1 meter ribbon or 2 meter according to your need. He measures the ribbon and then he gives it to you. Okay, so what does he use to measure that ribbon? He uses scale. So similarly, there are various objects today that we use to measure. Now, earlier times what happened? Foot, then pace, then handspan, and cubit. Okay, so you can see in your book foot, pace, handspan and cubit. These were used to measure the objects. Okay, suppose with your foot you can measure the length of your room. But now what is the problem to measure with this foot, pace, handspan and cubit? What happens? These are non-standard units. Now, your father's foot will be different than your foot. Yes or no? If you measure your room, if in 10 footstep, your father will measure in 10 footstep. Okay, your father, he will take 10 footstep, but you, it will require 20 footstep. Why? To measure the room, because both of your foot, the size of your foot are different. Both the size are different. Your father's will be a little bit, your length will be longer than yours. So foot, pace, handspan, cubit, these are non-standard units. Okay, so when two people measure the same length using their handspan, suppose this one like this, no, handspan. Okay, handspan, using their handspan or cubits, they do not get the same length. This is because handspan or cubits of two persons do not have the same length. Your friend's handspan may vary, may be different than your handspan, or my handspan will be different than your handspan. Okay, that is why it is not convenient to use these non-standard units. Suppose this pen, if I measure this pen with my handspan, it will take 1 handspan. Okay, it will take 1 handspan. But if you measure this pen with your handspan, it may take this much, 1 handspan, then 2 fingers. It will measure up to here. So both of our handspans are different. Similarly, foot, pace, cubit. So now, how we will measure? these objects now if all we have different sizes? So a fixed length must be there, yes or no? A fixed length, there should be a fixed length to measure this object. That is why now the scale, we use the scale to measure the objects. Okay. So fixed length, that is centimeters. Centimeters we write as cm and meters we write as m. Centimeters we use to measure smaller lengths. Okay, smaller lengths. And meters we use to measure bigger lengths. Bigger lengths. Now this is a centimeter scale. Yes, sir. In the book also it is given. This is a centimeter scale, 15 centimeter scale. So with this centimeter scale, you can measure your pen. Yes or no? This pen is about 14 centimeter. You can measure this duster. This duster is 15 centimeter. You can measure your pencil box. But to measure this book, will you be able to use this centimeter scale? No. For that you have to use meter scale. That is longer scale. The tailors use this, the tape you have seen, no? To measure the cloth, to measure the length of your arms, your waist. The tailors, they use this tape or not? So that tape is of meter. That tape is of in meters. That is longer. Okay. But to measure the smaller lengths, we will use the centimeter. And to measure the bigger lengths, we will use the meters. Now you see exercise 9a. The length of the comb is dash centimeter. So here you see the length of the comb is dash centimeter. How much? Here it is in 7. You know, I taught you how to measure an object. So here you can see 7. So the length of the comb is 7 centimeter. The length of the stapler is dash centimeter. Where is the stapler? This is the stapler. Okay, you see stapler, this one, 6 centimeter. Okay, 6 centimeter. Then the length of the key is dash centimeter. Key, you see from 0 to here, you see the red lines, it is 3 centimeter. So in this way we can measure the smaller units, okay, in centimeters. And the meter scale, it is used to measure your room, the windows, your cloth. So the meter scale is used. Now you see here, write whether the length or height of the following are measured in meter or centimeter. For bigger you have to use meter, and for smaller you have to use centimeter. So see the length of a book. So within there is one long scale also, na 30 centimeter scale. With that scale also you can measure the book. This book will be around 30 centimeter. Okay. The length of a bus, it will be in meter. The height of an electric pole, it will be in meter. The height of a door, in meters we have to find the length. The length of a bar. The length of a bed, in meters. The height of a jug, centimeter. The height of a TV, centimeter. The length of a train, it will be in meters. The height of an almirah, meter. Okay. So for finding the lengths, we will use 2 units, that is centimeter and meters. So I hope it is clear about lengths.